All right, I want to thank everybody today for being on the call today. This is the 6th of August, and this is a Savvy Direct opportunity call. And the purpose of this call is to give you kind of a brief overview of what Savvy Direct is all about and what the opportunity that Savvy Direct brings to the table is all about. So let me start out by saying, whenever you start in business, you're looking to fill a need. You're looking for an opportunity that perhaps you don't have a lot of competition in. You're really looking for something that maybe has never been exploited quite the way it should have been exploited. And in the case of Savvy Direct, what we're trying to do is actually replace a technology that is so old it's not even working any longer in an effective way. And what we're talking about is loyalty programs. Now, loyalty programs have been out there for a long time. You've had blue chip stamps, green stamps, etc. There's been all kinds of loyalty programs with gas stations, with airlines, you name it. There's loyalty programs that have been out there for as long as I've been alive. And they will continue to be out there because loyalty is something that everybody's looking for. And it's most specifically what we want to do is fix a problem that exists with small businesses. Small businesses are very important in the United States. The economy, really the engine of the economy is small businesses. The United States government understands that. The reason that it's so important is small businesses turn into large businesses. Small businesses employ 65% of the people that work in this country. Not just this country, any country. And the health of small business indicates the health of the overall economy. And let's face it, in the last several years, Main Street has taken its toll by the economy, by regulation, by taxation, by big box stores competition, the internet. All of these things have caused the Main Street America to get really hammered. And so they're looking for any way to become more effective, more efficient at getting customers and getting them to stay. Because after all, at the end of the day, this is all about getting and keeping customers. And the one who gets them the easiest, keeps them the longest, wins. So Savvy Direct is the largest network of retailers in North America, probably the world, with over 380,000 plus or minus. It changes every month. When you have that many merchants, we've got them coming on every month. We have some dropping off. But it's the largest network of retailers by far. Our closest competitor is half the size that we are. And along with that, on our app, we have 150,000 merchants that are on our app. We have an online presence that provides 1,400 retailers that work online. We have millions of deals every single day. We have a coupon sourcing program that is on our website that you can use anytime you want. So instead of cutting out coupons on Sunday, you're done by just going to the website. You can search a specific thing, you can brand, product, or just peruse through it until you find the stuff you're looking for. All of this we provide right now, absolutely free. Everything works, everything functions. It's been working for quite some time. How do we turn that into an opportunity for you? How do we turn that into a win for the merchants out there, most specifically small businesses in America? Well, first you have to understand how big the market is, because any opportunity that you get involved with, you have to look at the realistic economic potential of your product or service in any given market. So when you look at the loyalty space and the ability to help merchants maintain communication with their customers, you have to look at the 28 million small businesses that are out there. I'm talking, your mom and pop stores. Out of those 28 million, there's 30% that are still using punch cards. That's right. Literally, millions of these guys are using such an antiquated system, it actually works more often as a negative for their customer than as a positive. That's because women will lose those punch cards and men won't use them. And if you offer them and they're not using them or they lose them, it now becomes a negative experience for your customer. And a negative experience for your customer is never a good thing to improve or encourage loyalty when you're dealing with an existing customer base. Now, how do you get rid of that old system and what do you replace it with? Well, what we have done is we have taken that concept and taken it into the 21st century. And we've taken advantage of mobile commerce. Now, mobile commerce, if you're paying attention to what's happening out there, mobile commerce right now is exploding. It is moving at 5 times the speed of internet marketing and the internet space. It's so fast that it's taking everybody by surprise, including some people that you wouldn't think it would take by surprise, like the CEO of Google. And many others like him have been surprised and amazed at how fast mobile commerce has taken off. Literally, there has been, there's probably 60 million, I would venture to say, I bet you there's 60 million, maybe more, apps that have been downloaded, and literally 60 billion. And when you're looking at how many dollars have been generated from the sale of these apps, it's also in the billions of dollars. I mean, you've got young kids who are coming up with ideas and literally creating billions of dollars in equity in companies in a matter of months because of the power of mobile commerce. So what we have done is harness that mobile commerce and put it in a place and a circumstance that will benefit small businesses in a way that is not done before. Now, it's a space that's got a lot of attention right now, because there's a window of time over the next 36 months where someone is going to figure this area out and capitalize on it. Now, let me ask you a simple question. If you were dealing with, and if you were a merchant out there and somebody came to you and you had a dysfunctioning loyalty program that did not allow for regular communication with your customers and didn't really work as far as a loyalty program, and somebody came to you and said, you know, we're the largest network of merchants in the United States, maybe the planet. And we have found a way to show you how to communicate with your customers in 10 seconds or less and create a loyalty program that frankly is too good to be true and is so inexpensive you can't afford not to do it. You tell me, wouldn't every merchant be interested in taking a look at what you had to offer? You bet. And for good reason. What we have done is stripped off all the nonsense. We're not going to try and get in the merchant's pocket and try to get part of their profits for bringing in the service. We're not going to try and take a piece of the discount that the customer gets either. What we're going to do is simply put the customer and the merchant together in the most cost-effective way possible and generate a commission for charging for the service of doing that exact process. Now, how do we do it? Well, we have a click system in our program. It stands for Customer Loyalty Information Kiosk. And this is a 7-inch tablet that sits in a tamper-proof frame that sits on the counter. And this tablet is branded to the customer, right, the merchant who buys it from us. And this merchant is going to have half the screen dedicated to his logo and his information. The other half of the screen is going to be a dial pad. And what happens is when a customer comes into their store, restaurant, whatever, their retail environment, they simply ask them to do what they're asked to do almost everywhere else in the big box stores. Your Target asks for it, your grocery store asks for it, your pharmacist asks for it. Just put in your phone number, right? And they just do it because that's what they do every day when they go shopping. And when they put in their phone number, they're automatically enrolled in that merchant's loyalty program. If you didn't have the terminal sitting there, it's very unlikely that as a store owner, you're going to have people giving you their cell phone number. But when they see the tablet on the countertop, our click system, it seems like the natural thing to do. And once they do that, they're now in the system, which allows the merchant to communicate with them anytime he wants with special deals, and maybe he's got a slow day and he'd like to increase sales, and he sends this out. Well, how effective is it in getting people to sign up? Well, our average merchant has 2,000 customers in 90 days. That's how fast it begins to tally up. Now, if you've got 2,000 customers, Our numbers show, and it's pretty much industry-wide when it comes to SMS texting, that 98% of the people that you text to are going to read that text within 3 minutes. A huge percentage, 50% or more, are going to read it in the first 10 seconds. Just think about it. What do you do when you get a text? Don't you look at it immediately? Right? You might look at it in 3 seconds. If your phone is buzzing in your pocket, you're going to pull it out and see who's trying to get in touch with you. Right? So it happens immediately. And when you have 98% who are reading your text, that means that you're going to get the best results you can get from anything. Far better than emails, far better. It's 700 times more effective than sending coupons out. The result of this is that 13% of the people that you send it to are going to come into your store. Now, if you've got 2,000 customers, that's 260 customers walking in the door to spend money. How much money do they have to spend for it to be worthwhile to the merchant? And if you send out a text, as the merchant sends out the text once a week, which is what we recommend, you're looking at 1,000 customers a month coming back in that would not have come back in otherwise. And a loyal customer, and this is really important to know, a loyal customer coming back will spend 67% more than a brand new customer. Here's the other thing loyal customers bring you. New customers. Very important. Now, what's this going to cost this merchant? Well, we have 2 programs out there. We have one program that is $799 and $100 a month. And we have another program. You get exactly the same service, and it's $424 first month and $125 a month thereafter. So they can do either one. Either way, they get the kiosk, they get all the hardware, the software, they get the customer service. They also get listed on our app and on our website, where we have 20 million customers currently that are using this information to try and find stores and shops that they want to go to. We don't know how many people are going to go to their shop, their particular store. It would be impossible to estimate what it would do. But one thing we know is it's better than not having 20 million people being able to find you, right? The other thing that we give them is 2,500 texts per month for that $100 or $125 a month. And anything over that they do, we still allow them to do more than 2,500. If they do that, it's going to cost them 2 cents per text. Now let's think about that. You send out 1,000 texts, and it costs you 2 cents a piece, so it costs you $20 to send out to 1,000 people. 130 people come in to spend money. I'll tell you what, there's not a merchant in town that won't drop $20 to have 130 returning customers. Right? Just walk down the street anytime you want, talk to a merchant, say, listen, if you give me $20, I'll bring you 130 customers. Boy, that's going to happen right now, right? Because that's amazing that could happen. So not only are they bringing in business, right? We also do one other thing, which is really, really cool. If you sign up, let's say that you signed up at my car wash, Karl's Car Wash, and you logged in. Doesn't cost anything. There's no cards to have to save. There's nothing you have to download, nothing you have to scan. It's done, right? And every time you come in, all you have to do is dial in your cell phone number, and that's done, right? So let's think about this for a minute. If you come to my car wash and you registered and you haven't come back for a couple of weeks, our system's automatically going to send a text saying, hey, we miss you. We'd love to have you come back. Maybe you put in an additional offer. Maybe you say, we're going to dress your tires for half the price if you come in today. If they don't respond to that, how are we going to know if they respond? If they come in and they put their phone number back in the system, right, lets us know they've responded. If they haven't done that in another week and a half, we send them another text, reminding them once again to come in. What if you're a restaurant owner? How many times has this happened to you? You've got some friends that came over to the house and caught you by surprise. You don't have enough food to feed them there, but you say, hey guys, let's all go out to dinner. Where do you want to go? And they have no idea. They say, I don't know where to go. Where do you want to go? He said, I don't know where to go. Now, Think about this. If you had gotten a text during the day about a restaurant that you already like and you already go to and you're a loyal member of that restaurant, wouldn't you think of that restaurant? And wouldn't you go there today? See, that's that returning customer. That's being able to bring them back, and not are they just going by themselves, but guess what? They're bringing guests with them. That's the power in our system. It's so simple for the merchant. As a matter of fact, we just had a customer that signed up about a week and a half ago. They got their equipment, they got it all set up, and they immediately bought another one. I mean, that's very common with our program. People love the product because it's very inexpensive. $100 a month? Are you kidding me? You can't operate even a punch card system on $100 a month. But we provide that merchant with all the analytics, so they can go in the back and see when the person came in, if they bought, how much they bought, etc. All of that's available to them, and it's really, really simple. We've made this so easy for the merchant. It's not even funny. Now, how do you make money on a program like this? Well, the first thing is we've got the plan, right? We've got the system, we've got the merchants, we've got everything to make you look as a representative for our company like King Kong in the retail market. So when you walk into a merchant, you say, listen, my name is Karl. I'm an independent rep for Savvy Direct, and we are the largest network of retailers in North America. We have over 380,000 merchants in our system. We have 150,000 on our app. We have 20 million customers in our program right now, and guess what? We've figured out the best loyalty program on the planet for small companies just like you. We're going to show you how to communicate with your customers in 10 seconds or less. We're going to provide you a loyalty program that you don't have now, or a much better one than the one you have now, which allows you to communicate with your existing customers, showing them exactly where they are on their road to the reward. Now, I'm telling you, once you do that and you have your unit with you and you show them how it works by simply saying, hey, put your phone number in here. And when they put their phone number in there and 10 seconds later their phone has a text that says, welcome to the program, half your job is done. Our presentation literally is 5 minutes long. And they're either going to see it and get it, or they're not going to see it and not get it. But with 28 million small businesses out there, we don't need a very big share of this to make you fabulously wealthy. The reason that this is working so well is because it fundamentally works at the end consumer, which is the merchant. But for us to win, we need you. We need a team to go talk to the merchants. There's other companies out there that have programs, but they don't have people, feet on the street, to tell people about it. And that's why we're doing what we're doing, because we're experts with the feet on the street on putting a team together. And what we're looking for right now are some generals who want to team up with us, arm in arm, and let's go conquer the United States, North America, and take it global. Now, your next question is, okay, Karl, I like what I hear. I like the fact that we have 90% plus retention. I'm telling you, in this industry, that is unheard of. Lots of people talk about it, but the reality is, if companies, there's a few of them out there that have said that they've had 95% retention, and they've been around for 30 years. If that was the truth, they would be the biggest network marketing companies in the world, and they're not anywhere close. So they don't have 95% retention, but we do, and the reason is simple. Because our product works. If you look at some of our videos, you'll hear and see some of our existing customers telling people that, listen, this system paid for itself in the first couple of weeks, and everything from there out is pure profit. And think about this for a minute. If you're a merchant and you've got 2,000 customers in your system, and all 2,000 are on their way to a free car wash, a free dinner, a free gift certificate, or something, the last thing you can afford to do is get rid of that program, because now you've upset all of your customers. Not some of them, all of the loyal ones. Because the only people that are going to sign up in your loyalty program are the ones who plan to come back in the first place. So the last people in the world that you want to upset are those people that already want to come back. And I've told you up front, we're a loyal customer of yours. So you don't want to mess with that. So for $100 a month, it doesn't make sense to do it. to mess with those customers. So we have such a high retention factor with our company that it changes the dynamics of what a normal expected return on the investment of your time and credibility in our business would bring. So let me explain to you how you make money. I've already told you the system is the same system for everyone. $7.99 or $4.25, $125 a month or $100 a month. Either way, the company gets the same, you get the same, and the merchants get the same. It's the same product no matter what. And we don't short-channel the commission. We pay the same commission if they pay the $7.99 up front, $100 a month, or the $4.24 and $125 a month. Okay. When you get involved with our company, the recommended way to do this is to spend about $1,200. That's going to be $200 that goes to the company, $1,000, and you're going to get your first unit that you buy is unlimited texting. So there is no additional texting for over $2,500. That's going to cost you $999. Okay, so you got about $1,000 invested there. And now you've got something to place into a restaurant or a place that you like to do business with, and you can use as your demo unit if you want, or maybe pilot store would be a better term for this. And this store, you can bring your clients there, you can bring your potential distributors there, or associates there. They can see the system working in a real life setting. Okay. Once you have that done, you're ready to go. Now you build your team. You're going to make anywhere, when you sponsor somebody in the business, you're going to make anywhere from $200 to $450 on their equipment. Okay? When they sell the equipment, that's what you're going to make. And you're going to make the spread between where they are and where you are. For example, let's say that I'm at the $450 level. Okay? At the $450 level, that's what we call stage 5. If I bring somebody in the business, I'm going to make $450. When they bring somebody in the business, they're only going to make $200, okay, on that sale. That's $200 on the first 3 people. You're going to make the difference between that and what you get paid. So you're at $450, they're at $200, so you make $250 on those first 3 people. But here's where it gets really exciting. You make not an additional, but you make $250 on their first 3 people. And their first 3, and their first 3 to infinity. There's no limit on the depth. In addition, obviously, we're going to pay on the monthly maintenance fees because that's where the residual part comes in. So if you're on our regular stage $7.99 program, it's $100 a month. We pay commission based on $100 either way. If they do the lower price system, which is $424 upfront, $125 a month, the extra $25 is used to give us that money back for the equipment. We're actually losing money on the deal initially, and that helps us compensate for that in the financing. So, but we pay you the same. We pay you as if it was $100, and we pay you as if they spent $7.99. But on the monthly maintenance fee of $100 a month, you're going to make somewhere between $5 and as much as $30 on every single person that you bring in on the monthly maintenance. So let's use the illustration again. So you're at stage 5, you're at 25%. Which means that the people that you personally brought in, not only do you make $450 on their signing up and getting involved, but you also make $25 a month on their monthly maintenance fee. And when they go out and get somebody involved, they're making $5 a month, and you make $20 a month, but you're making that on their first 3 and their first 3 and their first 3 to infinity. Okay? When you see and understand this compensation plan, the deeper you look, the better and the more excited you're going to be, because this is a money-making machine. And we're not making money by getting people to buy a bunch of product and putting it in their garage. We're making money by people placing these units with merchants that are loving it, and not only loving it, but they're going to refer other people to it. And here's where it gets very exciting. We don't want to take these merchants and turn them into salespeople, right? Because they're not salespeople. Merchants are a different mentality. They're not going out and selling things. They're waiting for somebody to come in and buy something. Those are 2 different mentalities. So if they're waiting for somebody to come in and buy, we don't want to turn them into salespeople. But here's what we do want to do. We want to let them know that when you're happy with our equipment, we would love for you to refer us other business. So if you refer us 3 other stores who sign up and pay the $100 a month, your $100 a month goes away. That saves that merchant $1,200 a year. Now, I guarantee you they're going to be excited to share it with some other people. Now, just think about this for a minute. If you had sponsored 10 people, 10 merchants into the system, those 10 merchants are trying to refer you 30 where they can get their equipment, their monthly maintenance fees eliminated. Now, think about this for a minute. You now have 30 merchants going to be calling you potentially, and you get to make the commission on all 30. It doesn't cost you anything. You make money on this. And when you got 30 people, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to try and send you 3 each as well. So now that's 90. Guess what's going to happen? Your phone's going to be ringing off the hook with new business. That's what we've experienced already. Our existing customers are sending us more. 2 weeks ago, we had 39 referrals from our existing people that were already in the deal. And just the other day, as I mentioned, somebody signed up and they had a referral immediately. It was the same owner, a different business, but it was because the system worked. So what I'd like to tell you also is that there's money made on the merchants coming in as well. So every time a merchant comes in, obviously they're not spending as much money as a rep who comes in. They're also not getting the unlimited texting program that the reps get. So we want to price that a little bit lower so it's a little bit better for them. So let's assume that $7.99 is what they're doing. You're going to get the same percentages that you're making as the rep coming in. So you're going to make $160 to $360 on each one of those merchants that come in. Our goal is to help you do as well as possible. I have a vice president of sales that his total motivation is to go out and show you how to sell this product. He will go with you, door to door, on appointments, not cold calling, on appointments. And think about this for a minute. How many people are you doing business with right now in your local market? Even though a lot of purchases are made and a lot of investigations made online, 96% of the actual buying is done in brick and mortar stores. So don't be fooled by, the internet moving up in sales. People still buy brick and mortar. How many people do you go to and spend money on in a local area? I'm talking about your restaurants, your dry cleaners, your car washes, your repair shops, your dress shops, all of these places that you go to right now. Your insurance agent, your chiropractor, your dentist. Now think about this. If I'm out there, because business is tough, if I'm out there and I say, listen, I'd like to show you something, and they say I'm not interested, I say, I'm taking my business somewhere else. I like doing business with people who do business with me. If you just did active living and paid attention to where you were and talked about it every time you were somewhere, I'm telling you, it'd be a piece of cake for you to make sales every single week to merchants who then pay every single month and refer you more business. I see this as an opportunity to really generate some phenomenal income for those reps who get involved right now. We're looking for the generals who can bring in the team. We're looking for a mastermind. We're looking for a few good people to lock arms with us and go out there and knock it out. Because if you want to just earn a few $100s, you can do that selling 1 unit a month. Okay? If you want to earn a full-time income here, you can easily do that with bringing a few people on board and making direct sales yourself. Okay? Very easily could replace a full-time income. But if you want to make an executive type income, I'm talking about 6 figures or more a year, easily can do that here if you're serious in less than a year. And Rockstar money is available here. I think we'll have more people making more money in this program than anything else that's ever been out there. And part of it is twofold. One is we're using a coded bonus level, which is a very productive network marketing model that's worked very well with lots of companies. As a matter of fact, the highest paid guy in network marketing history was in a company using a coded bonus that was half the volume that we are. So we have the potential to even double what he did. And there were people making $1 million a month in that program and beyond. So not only do we have the coded bonus level, But here's the other kicker, 95% retention. You know, in the typical lotions and potions deals, you're lucky if you can get 15% retention. But 95%, it's a game changer. It will blow your mind how fast you can build a significant income with our company. Hopefully I've given you enough to get your interest level peaked to the point where you want to take this to the next level. If I have, call a person that asks you to be on this call, and let's talk on the phone directly, you and me. Let's get this done. It's your turn to be at the top of a deal. If you're on this call, I mean, we haven't even done a pre-launch. This is like insiders only at this point. And you have the opportunity to create a relationship with us like nobody else will have in the whole company. We'd love to have you on board. Call the person that asked you to be on this call. Get together with us, and let's go make it happen. Thanks for being on the call. Look forward to seeing you very soon.